what's up, guys? Sorry for being late here. Do apologize here. Okay, let's go over this stuff right now, guys. So, first things first. Let me see if I can get this rocking here. Alright, so... Alright, let's look at what's happening with Dixie, what's happening with everything here. Let's look at this right here is a break of structure, break of structure, break of structure, externally still. Wow, that's not good. You have a break of structure here, break of structure here. Okay, that's like really bad for Dixie. It's actually not that, I mean, I wouldn't say bad for Dixie, it's bad for markets. I'm still kind of sick, guys. Clinton Berry, thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Did we get a break here internally? Not yet. If we do, we're coming here. Technically, we broke externally here. What does that mean? I think, guys, we're probably going to get a serious run with Dixie. And that would potentially mean that that's not good for markets here. Because that would mean that if we get a really big run with Dixie here, markets are going to head to the downside, guys. This isn't good. Let me find out. Are we still in a government shutdown? Are we still in a government shutdown? Let's find out here, because this is actually really bad. This isn't good. If we're still in a government shutdown, this is going to be a problem here. Okay. So I'm about to find out right now for you guys how long. Let me look at how long we would be in this government shutdown. The 6th time. This is ridiculous. Okay, so we're still in this government shutdown here. Day 8, Senate has failed again, which has already passed. It was 54 to 45. 60 votes were needed to advance. No new Democrats. Wow, they moved NFP to next week? That's interesting. If they moved NFP to next week, that isn't good. I might just hold this gold trade for the rest of October. Wow. We didn't even really get... Did we get the FOMC meeting in minutes? Did we get that today? I don't even think we did. Did we? Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I'm like still sick here. So I'm sorry. This might be bad. This might be really, really bad, guys. I don't really like the fact that we got... Did we get a meeting in minutes here? I need to see this here today. I've been out today, guys, so... Wow. This is from September. We didn't get anything today. My opinion is the government shutdown. Huh. Okay, so this is actually really bad for markets here. And considering the fact that we have at least Bloomberg saying a few Fed officials could have supported no rate cut in September. Most said likely appropriate to ease. Fed majority emphasized upside risk to inflation. Huh, interesting. That's not good news here. That's actually really, really bad news. That's actually really, really bad news, guys. Yeah, this is actually really bad news. Why is it bad news? And it's because, first off, oh my God, let me look at something else here. Let's go on the Fed Watch tool. We're predicting a rate cut, but how are we going to get a rate cut if the government, we don't have data? Like it's just a little bit. I'm a little bit like kind of at I'm a big data guy. So guys, I really like to look at like government data, like what the government gives us, like what the Fed gives us, and even its speeches. But if we don't have anything to run off of, it's going to be very difficult. Like, are we even going to get the unemployment claims tomorrow? Let's figure that out. Hold on. Let me figure out. Are we going to even get unemployment claims? With the government shutdown. I don't even think we're going to get the unemployment claim numbers tomorrow. It could be delayed, but we don't even know. Yeah, so guys, this is kind of weird. It's a little bit out of my element. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Oh my God, I'm so used to like having data here. So not having data is kind of strange for me here because we're not even going to really have unemployment claims. So it's tentative, right? We don't even know if it's going to be coming out tomorrow. So what do we have, right? Powell potentially speaking tomorrow. That's what we have to go off of. And then even, are we going to get consumer sentiment is the real question, right? Like, are we going to get prelim consumer sentiment tomorrow? Are we going to get that? I don't really care about Zcash. Okay, so we are going to get this. This is bad data. This is going to make markets go down on Friday. So we have one data report for sure we're getting this week. Everything else, because of the government shutdown, is kind of just up in the air, which is funny. What does that mean, guys? That means we're going off straight charts, okay? And if we're going off straight charts, what that basically means is, we're gonna have to go off straight charts. So first thing, I'd look at two areas here that I see Dixie coming back to, specifically these two areas on external structure, and then the Dixie rising here as fear. Wow. Okay, this thing is still running to all-time highs, even today. Okay. So internally, did this break an internal structure? This thing is just doing order flow, right? Just in this order flow with a spike to the upside today. Interesting. That's really interesting for me. I called buys here. What am I looking for? I wanted to see price retrace a bit more here. This impulse move here, it looks like a swipe of liquidity. You see that? Swipe of liquidity and then run to the upside. You rarely ever see price structure do that, right? If you're looking for a scalp tomorrow, we could look at it tomorrow. This thing was a clear buy today. Wow. 9 a.m. 10 a.m. Bang. Looking for buys tomorrow here. Why would S&P go up? People are going to ask you, why would S&P go up during a government shutdown? Guys, I don't know. The only thing that would tell me the government that price would still go up is because regardless of what's happening, we're probably going to get an emergency rate cut. That's probably why. And the data is a lot worse than we expect. Because the data is a lot worse than we expect, regardless of government shutdown or not, we have to cut rates 100% because the job market is feeling it, man. I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it personally. I'm seeing that the job market is feeling it for sure. So because the job market's feeling it, they're going to cut rates regardless of however we feel about it. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Right? Doesn't matter. This thing is going to move to the upside here. So we're going to look for buys around this zone here. Tomorrow, external structure. Let's look at NAS. Yeah, I was looking for sells. On NAS, and it completely did the opposite. Extended to my upside. Same shit. Interesting. This kind of blew me away. Yeah, what did it hit? Like the 1.42? Let me look at something. I'm gonna look at something. I'm gonna find this meeting in minutes report from today. It's weird because we haven't gotten anything. Here we go. This is why. Even though we don't have the report, they have it. This is what they're talking about. This is why markets went up today. They're still gonna cut rates even more than I thought so. They're probably gonna cut rates twice, which is crazy. They're gonna cut rates twice. Wow, that's really ballsy to do. We're gonna have an inflation crisis 2027 for sure. But hey, I mean, nobody cares about it now, so not a problem. Let's let the train keep going. Okay, let's get back to this here. Let's just look at VIX volatility. Volatility index is on this order flow to the upside. Oh my God, gold volatility. I'm probably gonna hold gold, and I'm not gonna take profit on these trades. This thing looks like it's about to do something crazy here. We're gonna look for a crazy pullback and get into more buys. How much am I up on it? I was up like almost $17,000 this morning. Let's see. It's back at 15K. I'm gonna look for a pullback on gold, but this thing is gonna skyrocket. To be honest, we're breaking structure here from what I talked about on the gold volatility index. I mean, we were talking about gold buys here and here. Remember? I think everybody here remembers on my live stream. You can just go back, right? So this thing is going to run to the upside here. Russell called buys here, waited for price to go down. Russell actually gave me a really good entry. I thought Russell would go down here a little bit, and it gave us that entry. SPX and NAS was too volatile for that. I'm very conflicted. I'm not going to lie to you guys. Daily looks good. 12-hour looks okay. I just don't like the 4-hour. The way the 4-hour looks, it looks like garbage. We do have some positives here because you see how 4-hour, you know, in a very clean chart, you'd see a lower low, lower high, lower low. Okay, lower high, technically, and then a lower low. This thing right here hasn't given me that. It's given me bullshit. It's just given me this. You see this right here? So in times of when I see a break of structure to the downside, this means it's bearish, right? This impulse move here means we're bearish. But whenever you get a break to the upside, it actually, what would I say? It almost disqualifies this sell. So what you have to do is, when the chart is ugly like this, you have to go in a higher time frame. On a higher time frame, okay, this thing still qualifies for a short position. See what I'm saying? Which means we could still move lower. Okay, and it still qualifies on a higher time frame, because the higher time frame is a better time frame. The 8 hours still qualifies, and then you get to the 12-hour, and this is why I'm saying it's almost bullshit, because the 8-hour qualifies, 12-hour looks bad, it looks like garbage, right? It actually looks more bullish than it does bearish. Then you go to the daily, and the daily actually looks way more bearish than bullish. So what would I qualify as the real story here? I always look at the daily, and to be honest, because I'm a little bit conflicted, we don't have that confluence on 4-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, daily. When we have all those confluences all on the same external time frames, it means we're short. And I could just easily get into this chart here and tell you guys, like, with my belief, like, we're for sure short. But with yields doing this here, government yields doing this, and the way that government yields are reacting to this, because the 4-hour tells me a different story in a way, and the 8-hour is telling me a different story, and then the 12-hour is kind of telling me a little bit of a different story. Okay, I don't like it. But at the end of the day, I'm always going to go for what the higher time frame is telling me. And what's the higher time frame telling me? We're short still. Okay, so, and a lot of times it can just be liquid sweeps here. So what am I expecting with this here? I'm expecting price to extend down here. That's what I'm expecting with bonds. And if I see bonds doing that here, it's very good. We want bonds, bond yields to go down. If bond yields go down, prices of assets go up, like the SPX. Okay, let's go to gold here. Wow, look at this. This is a historical buy. Remember we would call them buys on gold here, guys? You remember that? Here, 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 here. Remember, you guys can go back to my recordings from April and May, not even like July. And I said we were going to go on this historical run. If you don't get rich, like, you're actually, like, I don't know what to tell you. Well, I mean, it's because seasonalities is one thing. But another thing is just, I'm going to look at, I mean, even seasonalities is not even like this crazy. It's really ETFs. That's what people are not really that aware of. It's really gold ETFs. Let's go back here. Gold ETFs is really what's controlling this whole market. Right? And they're just money printing. Right? There's just constant money printing going on. So you see this right here? Like, Luna said, is it still going to go up? Most likely. If we look at year over year, right now in terms of the 30-day change, oh, I know, we're looking at gold ETFs. I mean, Bitcoin ETFs. Those are gold ETF flows. We're going to get a big retracement soon. For sure, soon. And the reason why I'll tell you that is because we're going to get a big retracement soon, for sure. And the reason why is because now we're hitting highs of gold ETFs that we've hit back in March and April of 2025. You see the ETF flows? When we were calling gold, guys, I was calling buys on gold down here. Like in May of 2025, all my students, we were talking about this. We were catching gold here and we were catching gold here. When the ETF inflows were at its lowest, we were buying. And we were buying because of institutions buying. We're not buying it just because of technical analysis. Anybody that just trades technical analysis is an idiot. They don't really know what they're talking about. We follow institutions, right? So if you look at just institutional flow and even like COTs and ETFs, I mean, you guys can kind of see like how much is being accumulated here. And I mean, honestly, realistically, it's they changed this recently. I don't know why they did it, but it's really BlackRock that's buying the most. BlackRock is buying the most amount of, I don't know, I don't like the way they changed this here. Yeah, look at this. BlackRock's at one point stopped buying Bitcoin and started buying gold. Maybe BlackRock knows something we don't know. But the biggest buyers of gold right now, even just in the last week, has been BlackRock. And we can look at gold holdings right now. And who is it? It's really BlackRock. Look at that. BlackRock's buying trusts and like ETFs and physical gold. Maybe they know something we don't know. They're buying a lot of it too. This is actually crazy. We can actually do this here. Yeah. My one worry here, guys, is because we've had so much of, I would say, such a big run with gold. I'll be honest with you guys. I believe that ETF flows with gold, they're going to start going down. So a sell-off is coming for sure. And I don't want to be the party pooper here, but it's kind of, I mean, we've been buying gold for such a long time. But look, we're hitting highs of April 2025. And everybody here remembers when I was, telling everybody to buy gold at like in August. When the pullback happened back in May 2025, I said, guys, this is going to be a generational run because we're at zero. We're at, negative ETF inflows. we're at 0 inflows. We're at 1 million in inflows. And I said, guys, we have 4 million to go. That means this thing is going to run. Okay. Now in inflows, we've peaked. You know, we peaked in the 30th and gold has still gone up. And that's why I called potential gold turnarounds here. But inflows aren't going as high here, which means inflows are going to start coming downward. And when inflows start to slow down, institutions will then begin to start selling off here. Okay? So you will be able to get some pullbacks. It's not a problem here, but you're seeing even now that inflows are going to start slowing down. So what am I looking at with gold? Well, I wanted to take profit at everything at like 3,900. This is, let's just erase all of this here because it's getting messy. Okay, because I even called another buy here. Okay, I called another buy here. Okay, so what I want to do is, this is what I want to do. I'm going to erase all this here, guys, because all the buys that I've called, there's no point in me just saving this here. You guys can go look at my recordings if you want more info on gold or whatever. I don't really care. Okay, the past is the past. What you did last week or last month doesn't even fucking matter. Okay, all the gold buys we can erase here. Okay, so one thing I want to take a look at here is the weekly. This right here is abnormally large. And most likely, the reason I put take everything here was because we're now hitting the fib extension of the 2.618. Most likely, we're going to close the week below this number. If we do, we are going to have a heavy retracement. Okay? This is a psychological Fibonacci number, 2.618. If we don't close above that this week here, okay, then we're going to go down. Now, pay attention to this week, because if we do close above this week here, gold is going to make a move for the 2.414. And for everybody that doesn't want to see gold move down, you want to see it move down. You want to see it come back at least here or here. Why? Because then what we could do is we could just wait and we can buy another stack of gold, right? And we could just trade it all the way up. Okay? Gold's made me like $30,000 like the last 4 or 5 weeks, over 30 grand. It's nothing, guys. I've missed out on $120,000 to $200,000. I've made $100,000 on a big account with gold before in a month. So 30 grand, 20 grand is nothing. It's dog shit. Okay? What we need to look for is we need to look for what happens, okay, specifically on the weekly this week. And we need to look at the daily right here. Okay? Because we went to the 2.414. This is the highest level I usually go, because on a fib extension level, we usually don't go past this. And we didn't close above, which tells me I don't even need to add. Okay, the 2.62. So most likely we're going to come back down. We're going to come back down most likely to this zone here. Okay, most likely. On a safe bet, I would say we would come back down here. Very safe, on a safe bet. What does that mean? I'm no longer buying gold anymore. I'm probably going to start taking profits. Now, is gold going to continue to move to the upside? Yes, it is. Why am I saying that? Guys, we're cutting rates. We're printing fucking money at an abnormally amount of fucking time. We're printing money because the job market's taking a hit right now. Okay, and people are scared. People are scared. People are losing their fucking jobs, man. The unemployment rate is probably a lot worse than expected. I can guarantee you this. The reason Trump, or the reason why we're in government shutdown right now, is so people don't freak the fuck out over the news events. Okay, the reason we're in a government shutdown right now, I can guarantee you, is so people don't freak the fuck out over the NFP reports. The NFP reports must be so bad that Trump is a little bit embarrassed. A couple people in Congress are a little bit embarrassed, and they don't want the market to freak the fuck out. Okay? So what they're doing is they're probably pumping up the market, maybe fixing the numbers right now as we speak. And they're going to cut and lower rates and let the markets kind of still continue to run. Let the party continue. Now, what does that mean? Long-term gold is still going to move higher, okay? But we're going to have a little bit of a retracement. Now, the question is, where is that retracement going to go? Where is that retracement going to go? So, the real thing that I'm looking for is I'm looking at two areas here, okay? I'm looking at this area and then this indecision area, okay? That's what I'm looking for. And I want to see the reaction of price specifically here and here, right? These two areas. These two areas to me would be the level moment, okay? Because what I would look for me on another long-term swing that I'm looking for is this specific area here, okay? And I'm not looking for, if we just had a move of a 2.618, I'm probably going to look at something a lot lower than that and be more conservative at a zone like this here. Even seeing price come to this zone here and see an extension would be a double. So this is kind of what I'm looking for. This is my next setup here. Okay, I'm looking for a 1 and swing, a 1 and 9. Realistically, I'm not even going to put my stop there. It'd probably be another 1 to 12. Right? That's kind of what I'm looking at with gold. I'm going to drop this here in the chat. Let's look at gold futures here. Gold futures is kind of giving me the same thing. So that's kind of what I'm looking for. Last thing I'd really want to look at here is options. I really want to hit the gym so bad. Okay. Interesting. Wow. Holy shit. Holy God. This is some extra stuff I don't really show to people. Wow, interesting. This is what I'm interested in. Usually around a big number like 4,000, you see a sell-off. You don't see a fucking break. That's why I'm curious, is how did we get a break here? If gold breaks 4,070.74 on that pullback, even on this small pullback, which I'm not expecting, but if it does, it could. From this run and rally, then that'd be some real crazy stuff. This is an internal buying zone. To buy now would be stupid though, unless you're scalping it. There's a quick free trade for you guys. Quick scalp. You're welcome. Let's look at GU. I hate GU. USD CAD. USD CAD's just hanging out here. Such an ugly trade. Yeah, Kirk, I was like for certain too that it would sell off at that time. Like I was completely certain that it would sell off. All right, guys, I'm gonna head out. What's my thought process here with? I mean, USD CAD is still in order flow. I think USD CAD's gonna run. My thought process here with Bitcoin. I mean, I called shorts on Bitcoin here. I said Bitcoin would come back up to this zone here on our last session, and what did it do? It came up here. I'm bearish on Bitcoin, to be honest. I think Bitcoin's gonna come back down at 118 or 114. I think all alts are going to get hit pretty bad. Yeah, alts are going to get... I think Solana's going to come back here. Solana's coming back to 200 for sure. Sol's coming back down to 200. Damn, alts are going to get fucking plummeted. MSRT back, filled up that gap. Nvidia, let's look at coin. Coin is still rocking, still running, doing well. All right, appreciate y'all. Love you. I will be streaming, and I will be honestly trading live tomorrow